Have you ever wondered why more and more individuals are identifying as spiritual but not religious? This is a phenomenon that has been on the rise in recent years, and it's worth taking a closer look at. To be spiritual but not religious, often abbreviated as SBNR, is to identify with a personal and individualized spiritual path, rather than aligning oneself with a specific organized religion. It's about pursuing an understanding of the world and our place in it through our own unique spiritual lens, rather than adhering to a prescribed set of beliefs or practices. Recent surveys and studies have shown a noticeable increase in the percentage of individuals who resonate with this SBNR label. In fact, a study from the Pew Research Center found that nearly a third of U.S. adults say they're spiritual but not religious. That's a significant portion of the population, and it's a trend that shows no signs of slowing down. One of the key factors contributing to this rise in SBNR identification is a growing disillusionment with organized religion. Many people are feeling a disconnect between their personal experiences and the teachings of traditional religious institutions. They're seeking a spiritual path that feels more authentic to them, one that allows them to explore and express their spirituality in a way that resonates with their individual experiences and beliefs. This is not to say that being SBNR is about rejecting religion entirely. Rather, it's about seeking a more personalized spiritual journey, one that isn't confined by the boundaries of a specific religious doctrine. It's about embracing a spirituality that is fluid, open, and evolving, much like our understanding of the world around us. The trend of SBNR continues to grow, challenging the status quo of religious institutions. As we move forward, it's important to keep our minds open to these shifting spiritual landscapes and to recognize the value in each individual's unique spiritual journey. What societal and historical factors have propelled the rise of the SBNR movement? Now that's a question that plunges us right into the heart of this spiritual evolution. Let's begin with the advent of technology. With the world at our fingertips, we've gained access to an abundance of diverse spiritual teachings. This virtual treasure trove of wisdom has opened the door to a spiritual supermarket where individuals can pick and choose what resonates with them, crafting a personalized spiritual path. Next, we take a look at the societal shift towards individualism. People are increasingly prioritizing personal freedom, self-expression, and autonomy. This shift is mirrored in the spiritual realm, where more and more people are opting for a spiritual journey that is uniquely their own, one not confined by the walls of a church or prescribed dogma. Then, there's the growing skepticism towards institutionalized religion. Disillusionment has set in for many, with questions arising about the relevance of traditional religious structures in our modern, fast-paced world. There's a sense that rigid doctrines don't always align with the fluid nature of our lived experiences. This has led many to seek spiritual fulfillment outside the confines of organized religion. But let's not forget about the influence of historical events. Societal upheavals, wars, and crises have often led to questioning and reevaluation of established belief systems. These events have acted as catalysts, pushing people to explore alternative spiritual paths. And then there's a sense of global interconnectedness. As we become more aware of the diversity of human experience, the idea of a one-size-fits-all approach to spirituality seems increasingly out of touch. The SBNR movement embraces this diversity, allowing for a spiritual identity that reflects the complexity and richness of our global society. These factors have all played a significant role in the rise of SBNR, contributing to a spiritual revolution of sorts. This isn't just about the decline of traditional religious institutions, it's about the rise of a new spiritual landscape, one that honors individuality, embraces diversity, and encourages personal exploration. How does this shift towards spiritual but not religious affect Christianity and its institutions? It's a question that requires a deep dive into the challenges and opportunities presented by this emerging spiritual trend. First off, it's impossible to ignore the elephant in the room: declining church attendance. More and more people are distancing themselves from traditional religious practices, causing a noticeable dip in numbers at Sunday services. The reasons behind this are complex and multifaceted, but one key factor is a shift in how we understand spiritual authority. In a world where information is at our fingertips, the idea of a single, unquestionable source of spiritual truth is becoming less compelling. Individuals are taking the reins of their spiritual journey, seeking a personal connection with the divine rather than relying on an intermediary. This presents a significant challenge for Christian institutions, which have traditionally held a central role in guiding the spiritual lives of their followers. How do they maintain relevance in an era where the spiritual landscape is becoming increasingly diverse and individualized? Yet within this challenge lies a trove of opportunities. The rise of the SBNR movement can serve as a catalyst for Christianity to evolve and adapt to meet the needs of a changing world. One such opportunity is the fostering of interfaith dialogues. As people explore a variety of spiritual paths, there's a growing need for platforms that allow for respectful and enlightening discussions about faith and spirituality. Another opportunity lies in the re-emphasis on the core spiritual teachings of Jesus. Stripped of dogma and institutional structures, the essence of his teachings, love, compassion, forgiveness, can resonate with a wide array of spiritual seekers, regardless of their religious affiliation or lack thereof. Adapting Christian practices to meet the needs of the SBNR community is yet another avenue to explore. This could involve creating more inclusive and flexible ways of worship, or placing a greater emphasis on personal spiritual experiences. While this trend poses challenges for Christianity, it also provides an opportunity for evolution and growth. The spiritual landscape may be changing, but perhaps it's these very changes that will breathe new life into Christianity and help it to thrive in the modern world. In this changing landscape of faith, where do you find yourself? It's a question that invites introspection. As we journey through life, our spiritual identities often shift and transform, reflecting our experiences, our growth, and our quest for meaning. It's crucial to honor these personal spiritual journeys, whether they align with traditional religious institutions or resonate more with the eclectic, individualized approach of the spiritual but not religious community. In a world that's more interconnected than ever, we're exposed to a wealth of diverse spiritual paths. It's a privilege that comes with a responsibility to understand, respect, and appreciate these myriad paths, even when they diverge from our own. For it's in this divergence that we find opportunities for growth, for dialogue, for bridging gaps, and for fostering a sense of unity amid diversity. As we navigate the evolving landscape of faith in the modern world, may we all find the spiritual path that resonates deeply with us.